Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us at 7. I'm Tracey McCain.
I'm Caitlin Nuclo. You're watching Eyewitness News here on the Wax. We appreciate that. A lot to get to in our morning rush, but first we want to say hello to meteorologist Jill Gilardi for a check on your first alert forecast. Hey, good morning, Jill.
Good morning.
You know, you picked a great color to wear.
What? You did too.
We all got
Yeah.
the memo.
Hey,
And there was no memo.
there was no memo.
We're just
in
sisters.
sync.
right there.
All right. Well, the weather may make you feel a little blue, or if you're dealing with some kind of sickness, as you can tell, I'm still trying to clear out the crud. But you know what? Things are looking better already. Once upon a time, we had rain we were tracking. Scott was earlier this morning, but First Alert Live radar is quiet now, so the rain is gone. We're just waiting for the clouds and certainly a little bit of area of fogginess to move on out, but we have clearing back to the west, and that will be the trend as we go through the rest of today. So right now, as we take a look at the live view, yesterday, remember we had a little bit of snow on the ground. That's gone. All right, winter locks. How about it's 51 degrees? Normally we start off in the low to mid 20s. Not the case today. And the wind, it's on the breezy side, and that's going to be the case as we go through this afternoon. So breezy, but beautiful and mild with those temperatures climbing, already in the 50s across most of the state. And we're going to be heading into the 50s, but a little higher in that department as we head into this afternoon with increasing amounts of sunshine. So looking good town by town. Okay, the exception may be Goshen, 49 for the high, but look at that. We could be flirting with near 60 degrees in Suffield, 53 in Tolland, 55 Danielson. Again, these numbers way above average by about at least 15 degrees. So we're getting spoiled early on. But there's a big cold snap coming our way. I'll be timing out that for you coming up a little bit later. Good morning, Caitlin.
Hey, good morning, Jill. Good morning, everyone. It's 7:02 here on the Wax here. If you're getting ready to head out the door on your Tuesday morning, I am following a first alert. An issue here in Hartford, 84 eastbound. This is right as you're heading in toward the capital city this morning. We are seeing delays, unfortunately, due to this incident between exits 46 and 48, again, on the eastbound side of 84 in Hartford. So again, there are some delays that are building, but the rest of the state not doing too bad. Still got some damp roads out there. Live look here in and out of the Mixmaster. It looks like we've got a vehicle that's off to the shoulder here on the eastbound side of 84, westbound heading in towards the Mixmaster. Live look in Meriden along 691 and in Middletown along Route 9. You probably still will need those headlights as you're heading out the door. You might even need the windshield wipers just to kind of get some of the spray off of your vehicle. But we are, again, just to reiterate, those delays through Hartford, 84 eastbound, about an hour ride and just about a 100-minute ride, 95 southbound, New Haven to the George Washington Bridge. I'm Caitlin Francis with your Connecticut Chevy First Alert traffic report, driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
All right, everybody, Roger, Suzanne in here jumping in live at the First Alert Desk because we just learned a lot of new details about that horrific mass shooting at a Christian school in Madison, Wisconsin. Let's get right to it. Police have now identified the killer as 15-year-old Natalie Ruppnow, who they say went by the name Samantha. Investigators say she shot and killed another student along with a teacher before eventually killing herself. 6 other people were also injured, including 2 victims who suffered potentially life-threatening injuries. Now, this morning, flags will fly at half-staff at federal buildings throughout the country, including here in Connecticut, of course, and police will then release the name of the victims at a press conference this afternoon in just a few hours from now, and then eventually a massive candlelight vigil will be held in honor of those victims in Madison. Tracy, over to you.
Heartbreaking story. Thank you, Roger. Right now at Cheshire High School, extra police as a precaution.
Yes, after-school administrators chose to close schools yesterday because a reported weapon was brought to school on Friday.
Your reporter, Olivia Schuler, live at Cheshire High School this morning with everything we know right now.
Caitlin and Tracy, we did receive a copy of the letter that was sent home to Cheshire parents on Monday. It says that a weapon was allegedly brought to school on Friday, and it was reported to a staff member. However, that staff member did not tell administration. Superintendent Jeffrey Solon says when he learned about the alleged weapon on Monday, he took immediate action. All Cheshire Public Schools closed at 7 a.m. on Monday. This decision was made to prioritize the safety of the community. Cheshire police were immediately notified, and after investigating, police did not find any proof of a weapon. The superintendent's letter to parents says the district will be retraining staff on reporting safety issues. Now, right now, you're taking a live look here at Cheshire High School. You can see that school buses are pulling up here to let off students. We did see one police cruiser that was circling an area around Cheshire High School. Once again, we know that school is resuming as normal today, and there is going to be an increased police presence this morning here at Cheshire High School. Your reporter in Cheshire, Olivia Schuler, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
See the buses dropping kids off this morning. All right, breaking news here. A powerful 7.3 magnitude earthquake has reportedly caused widespread damage on the South Pacific island nation of Vanuatu.
Take a look here. Here's security camera footage from the garage in the nation's capital. You can see things are kind of shuffled around there. That's only 18 miles east of the epicenter of that earthquake.
A tsunami warning has already been called off, but people there are still being told to stay away from the coast for at least 24 hours.
A big story happening today in Hartford, where a teenager charged in the death of his cousin is due in court. 17-year-old Salo Soto Veliz is charged with murder and tampering with evidence. He was recently transferred to adult court. His cousin, 18-year-old Edgar Martinez, was found wrapped in a comforter in Hartford Park last month. The victim's other cousin also facing charges in this case. Well, happening today in New Britain, the man accused of hitting and killing Connecticut State Police Trooper Aaron Pelletier is expected to face a judge.
Your reporter Marcy Jones is live in our studio to break down the charges that he's facing. So, Marcy, what comes next?
Good morning. Well, Alex Oyola Sanchez from Hartford faces a number of charges in connection with the death of Trooper First Class Aaron Pelletier, including second-degree manslaughter, operating under the influence of alcohol or drugs, and failure to move over. You may remember one of the last times Alex Oyola Sanchez appeared before a judge back in June. He appeared virtually from a hospital bed. The charges stem from the tragic incident on May 30th, in which Trooper Pelletier was struck while making a routine traffic stop on I-84 in Southington. According to the arrest report, a witness watched Oyola Sanchez hit Trooper Pelletier with his car when he drifted into the right shoulder of I-84. State police say Oyola Sanchez admitted to taking several drugs before getting into his car that day. Oyola Sanchez has a long history of drug and violent crimes. He's already been convicted of third-degree murder and attempted homicide and other felonies in his native Puerto Rico. The GoFundMe for Trooper Pelletier, who leaves behind a wife and 2 little boys, is still active. Our Sam Smink will be in that court in New Britain later today. Make sure you follow along on air, online, and on our WFSB app for the latest updates. Your reporter in the studio, Marcy Jones, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Marcy, thank you. Another big story here. A Waterbury police officer is okay this morning after he was dragged by a suspect in a stolen car. And now we're seeing the police body camera video of it all going down. Take a look. Wow, what a scary thing happening there. Police say 19-year-old David Hernandez ignored the officer's commands to get out of the vehicle on Wood Street. They say he tried to drive away and ended up pinning the officer between the car and a cruiser. The officer thankfully wasn't hurt and eventually took Hernandez into custody. In West Haven this morning, 2 people are in the hospital, including a police officer, after a deadly crash on Derby Avenue. A car lost control on slick roads and slammed into a police cruiser. The passenger of the car died at the hospital. The driver and police officer were both injured, but they are expected to recover.
Well, yesterday we managed to get a little bit of snow, as we all know, and in the Hartford area up to 4 inches so far for this winter, but still a departure of almost nearly 2.5 inches. Bridgeport a little bit higher than that. But once upon a time, those rooftops that had the snow, now it's just has melted, and we have very warm temperatures. Hartford, 52 degrees, can you believe it? And the rain is gone, so no worries there. Now it's still damp, some of the roadways, things like that, but no more rain is expected as we head through the rest of today. Temperatures are exceptionally warm. We should be in the 20s. We are, 50 pretty much across the entire state. And as we show you when we will start to see more sunshine, it may take until this afternoon. Clouds lingering through the late part of the morning hours, and those high temperatures are going to be well above average. 57 in Enfield, 56 in New Haven. So becoming bright, breezy already out there. Take advantage of these numbers, this warmth. because we have 20s for highs coming our way. I'll pinpoint that for you coming up a little bit later.